Well, hello again, and welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, kids, kiddos, dogs and cats, cardboard crawlers of all scales. We've got that little yellow JLU out on the rocks today, along with the OG C10. Now, I don't know if you've seen the C10 recently, and if you haven't, we'll just do a little bit of a build breakdown on that, running on stock axles, stock chassis, 43 millimeter RC Lions shocks, banded, and the spring mod on those with a heavy gauge spring in them, so they give some real good down pressure. Running some Maz Designs double stars. I think those are the OG offset version 1 double star right there with scale hardware in those, and some brass rings. Originally, I don't believe they came with brass rings, so I had some brass and threw those in them. I know that because last night I took apart those wheels and I threw in some really some much smaller foams in them. I threw some 54 millimeter foams in those 58 millimeter tires there, and I really like the way that I'm getting really good compression out of them, really good bite, and great traction. Unfortunately, we end up with a fuel problem on that truck here in just a little bit, so she cuts her run short, but the yellow JLU finishes us out. So once again, back to that build breakdown on that rig. It's running stock axles. We've got some Endura high clearance links on that. Just a cheap ramp crab servo in there. I've been meaning to throw I have an NSDRC servo sitting around for that truck, and I just haven't done that upgrade. I'll let this cheap ramp crab burn out in it. It does have a Samix 050 big can motor in it. It's running a FuryTech Lizard Pro ESC, and just a micro receiver that goes to my GT5 for that rig. It also has quite a bit of brass on it. It's got brass knuckles. It does have an axle widener kit, like the Hot Racing 6 millimeter axle widener kit with the spacers on it. Running I think it's either a Trial or an Endura front steering link. Endura's servo horn, probably an Endura tray in there. It had an Emax in it for a while that burnt out, and I have a metal rear mount and a metal front mount for the what would be a bumper, but I have the front mount flipped upside down. And that just helps. It just puts it up right behind the headlight cross member. And I'm running mag mounts on the front. The standard posts are in there, and then I have magnets with holes, rare earth magnets with holes in them I got from Hobby Lobby. It does have an aluminum rear bumper. That's a solid piece of aluminum rear bumper on there, and I have the cool little sliders that I built for that a long time ago that are just out of some aluminum tubing that I put a slice in and then pinched them on there real good. I tried to do another set for the yellow rig, and they didn't come out as good because I used a Dremel to do the slice. I need to just redo a set for that rig because they look really good on this one. When you catch a glimpse of it, you can see them, and it looks like a nice little tubed setup on there, and I just really like the way it works. So we're running into fuel problems right here. That's why we had that little glitch in the video there, running into fuel cell problems. So I tried to get a little bit more out of it and tried to see if I had a battery charged inside, and I did not, because I'm really bad about just keeping batteries charged around the house. So a lot of times I forget, and I didn't even think about coming out until right before I came out here and started wheeling. And so I had this battery for the yellow rig is a brand new battery, and it was charged up really good anyway from my last run, and so we had plenty of fuel for that dude. But yeah, the build breakdown, I really like the way that the green truck runs. It is running an overdrive. It is running a set of Coda Racing diff covers, those real pretty diff covers for Coda Racing there, and yeah, love it. So it's a good runner. And then right about here, we just kaput, out of fuel, not going anywhere, not doing it. I had thrown a small cell in there, and no good, all dead. So charging up some batteries now, and I knew a little bit of rain was coming anyway, so I wasn't too worried about it. I knew I had to kind of hurry. I couldn't just stop and wait, and you'll see why here in just a few minutes. The rain really comes in on us and gets the whole trail wet. So having a good time. I've been sick for about 10 days. First world problems. Just had like a little, I don't know, it was a chest cold kind of thing, chest and head cold kind of thing, and I'm feeling so much better now. And in the middle of that head and chest cold, I was laying around and sleeping so much that I think I got my leg twisted up in my sheets, and like I didn't quite dislocate my hip, but I got something out of whack, and boy, I could barely walk. As I was starting to feel a little better, my leg was all messed up, and luckily I've been able to stretch that out and get something popped back into place, and feeling so much better. I think you could probably hear in my voice that I'm still a little gravelly, but oh my goodness. And so here's the rain is starting to come in. We get a couple of raindrops, and I know that there's a thunderclap here real shortly. Could have been already. I don't recall, and I can't hear the sound while I'm recording. So there's the battery finishing charging. So that's good to go. And I'm glad that that's done. So we'll get that off the charger here in just a second. And this video is just about finished, so bear with me while I pause to get that battery off, and we'll get back to it. But the Jeep's running good. I like the fact that I put it back onto a stock chassis. I like the way that it runs here a little bit better. Probably end up with some oil shocks on it pretty soon. It deserves it. It's a good runner, although it works really good the way that it's set up. I do like that Mofo servo in there. Shout out to Nick at Mofo. That servo beast really is a beast. I love it. Works great. And then we're getting into a new rock section here. A lot of this is untested rocks. I've literally never driven on these yet. I just had some rocks in the lawn the other day, and I brought them over to here and stacked them up. And as the rain you can just see it is pouring down on us. I am scrambling to get out of here and really beating it up, breaking some windows and whatnot. I think the side glass is smashed out of this thing by now. So hope y'all enjoyed this one. Cut it a little bit short because I just couldn't get any more wet than I was right now. I didn't want to get any more wet. So hope y'all have a good one. Remember, like, subscribe, share. If you haven't already, get out there and build a truck. Cardboard Crawlers, out.